Wait, what did Jackie Christie really just collapse in the middle of the courtroom after hearing she's getting a life sentence? Are we witnessing the ultimate plot twist of reality, TV turned real-life criminal saga, or is this just the dramatic finale nobody saw coming but everybody secretly hoped for? I mean, let's be honest, this ain't your average basketball wife meltdown. We're talking tears, screams, a courtroom full of gasps, and Jackie hitting the floor. It was a season finale of her own scandalous spin-off. 1 minute she's all composed and camera ready, and the next boom down, she goes as a judge drops the gavel and announces that life means life. But wait, it gets even juicier. The cameras weren't even supposed to be rolling. So how did this footage leak? Who tipped off the press, and why is Mona Scott allegedly sprinting out of the courtroom covering her face? Yeah, buckle up, because what we're about to uncover is bigger than betrayal, bigger than bad wigs and designer heels. It's a story of money manipulation and the ultimate meltdown. You thought Jackie was controversial before, though. Honey, this is a whole new level. Let's get into it. From the moment Jackie Christie walked into that courtroom, it felt like the climax of a twisted reality TV finale. Except this time, the drama wasn't scripted, and the consequences weren't temporary. Dressed in all black, like she was attending her own reputation's funeral. Jackie had no idea the bombshell that was about to be dropped would shake the entire courtroom to its core. Cameras were flashing, whispers were flying, and then boom, life sentence just like that. But let's rewind for a second. How did we even get here? How did Jackie Christie, the Queen of Chaos, go from running the basketball wives drama circuit to collapsing in court after being handed a sentence that'll outlive most reality show reruns? The answer lies in a trail of dirty money behind the scenes. Betrayals and a web of lies so thick it could make a spider jealous. First, let's talk about Jackie's long history of shady dealings. This wasn't just a what I'm oopsie, no. This was your decades even of slowly building a hidden empire behind the veil of celebrity status. Fake charities, shell companies, offshore accounts. We're talking full-blown Netflix documentary level fraud. And the signs, oh, they were everywhere. We were just too busy watching her scream at cast members over brunch to notice. Remember that wellness retreat she launched back in 2022? Yeah, turns out it was just a front. Sources say the so-called wellness retreat had no therapists, no licensed staff, and absolutely no wellness. Instead, it allegedly served as a cover for wire transfers laundering funds through a donation model that would make even the boldest scammers blush. One insider claimed people thought they were paying for yoga. They were funding private jets, and don't even get us started on the empowerment seminars. What was being empowered? Her offshore accounts. Apparently the government finally caught when a suspicious $3.29 million transfer pinged on a flag server in the Cayman Islands. From there, everything snowballed, and guess who was helping her along the way? Not just assistants and interns. Nope, we're talking about influencers, ex-classmates, and even one well-known R&B singer who's currently pretending to be on vacation while his name's being whispered in sealed indictments. Yeah, this thing is way bigger than just Jackie. The courtroom was packed. Journalists, influencers, ex-cast members, hiding behind sunglasses. Everyone wanted a piece of this moment. And when the judge read out the sentence, life imprisonment without the possibility of parole due to financial treason laundering and conspiracy to defraud the state, you could literally hear gasps. One person in the gallery fainted, another dropped their phone, but the loudest reaction that was from Jackie herself. Her knees buckled, her eyes rolled back, and she collapsed to the floor like a scene straight out of a telenovela. Paramedics rushed in, and within seconds it turned into a medical emergency. Some claimed it was a panic attack. Others whispered about staged theatrics. Either way, the judge didn't flinch. He calmly stated, "This court does not entertain dramatics. This sentence stands." But here's where things get even messier, because this collapse, it wasn't just emotional. Insiders are now claiming that Jackie had been tipped off the night before an anonymous source allegedly warned her about the possibility of life in prison. But instead of taking a plea deal, she doubled down. Why? Because according to sources, Jackie was convinced she'd never be convicted. She thought her fame would protect her. That's the kind of delusion you only get from too many reunion specials and not enough reality checks. Now let's zoom out a little, because while Jackie was the face of the scandal, she wasn't acting alone. Oh no, this was a whole operation, and we're hearing whispers of a celebrity laundering ring. So what happens now? Stay tuned for part 2. Because the rabbit hole goes deeper, and the names tied to the scandal. You're not ready if you thought the drama was over. After Jackie Christie collapsed in that courtroom, you were wrong. That was just the beginning of a far darker story that has left Hollywood, the criminal justice system, and reality TV fans reeling now. As the shockwaves from Jackie's sentence continue to spread, a shocking twist has emerged. The once glamorous world of reality stars, luxury cars, and private jets is now being torn apart, exposing some truly ugly truths that no one ever saw coming. The biggest question that remains unanswered right now is this: how deep does this scandal really go? Because when the authorities finally dug into Jackie's affairs, they uncovered a whole other level of deception. Jackie wasn't just laundering money. No, she was orchestrating an empire of deceit. And this wasn't some side hustle either. This was a calculated years-long operation that involved an entire network of players, some of whom are just now getting cold feet. Let's start with the connections Jackie made in the underworld of entertainment finance. According to a source close to the investigation, Jackie had a business partnership with a well-known Hollywood producer who's famously known for making films about crime families. Turns out he might have been living one out in real life. This producer, whose name we're choosing not to drop, yet allegedly helped Jackie cover up her financial dealings, using his connections to funnel illicit money through his film projects. It wasn't just a partnership. It was a full-blown criminal collaboration. Sources claim that the producer used backdoor deals to launder money through movies that were never actually made. How does that work? Well, these so-called films were designed to invest in the production costs and then funnel that money into a string of accounts linked to Jackie's network. These films were a front, a vehicle to move millions of dollars without attracting the usual financial scrutiny. The cash that was invested into these non-existent films vanished, and no one was any wiser. As if that wasn't enough. The plot thickens. Leaked emails from one of Jackie's business associates reveal that she was in talks with several prominent influencers who were allegedly involved in creating fake advertising deals for products that were never delivered. One email sent less than 6 months ago read, "The campaign is going smoothly, payments are being processed, and the products will ship." Eventually, let's keep this on the down low for now. This down low operation is where things get truly disturbing. Jackie, with her fast-talking, charming persona, was convincing some of the biggest names in the influencer world to advertise non-existent luxury items. Items like high-end watches, designer purses, and vacation packages that simply didn't exist. These influencers, unknowingly or not, were helping Jackie bilk her followers out of thousands of dollars by promoting fake products that would never be delivered. Some of them reportedly were promised backdoor deals for the promotional content they produced, including special kickbacks that came straight from the fraudulent transactions. But let's circle back to that Hollywood producer. What role did he really play in this whole operation? Turns out he wasn't just a financial accomplice. There's growing evidence that he may have been one of Jackie's biggest supporters during the trial. We're talking about high-priced lawyers paid for by the producer, who allegedly made sure Jackie was protected as the investigation escalated. Was this kindness, or was he covering his own back? Some legal experts suggest it was the latter. One source, who claims to have been a part of the inner circle, shared an eerie confession. It wasn't about saving Jackie, it was about making sure she didn't sing. And that leads us to the next chilling part of the story. Jackie's ties to a growing list of people who might not have been as loyal to her as they appeared. These ties are about to be exposed in a series of explosive revelations that could be the final nail in Jackie's coffin. We're talking about former allies, people who worked alongside her, people she trusted, coming forward with some truly shocking accounts of her involvement in organized financial crimes. One former employee who worked with Jackie for over a decade said she's always had this way of making people think they owed her something that was part of her control. If you said no, she'd make sure you'd never work again. This kind of manipulation and control is at the heart of this entire scheme, and it's something prosecutors are now taking very seriously. But here's the kicker. Jackie had been living this double life under everyone's nose to the public. She was a reality TV star, the lovable mom on Basketball Wives, the woman who made us laugh and cry on screen. But behind closed doors, she was the mastermind of a financial empire built on lies, manipulation. Money laundering, empire of deceit, criminal collaboration, Hollywood producer, fake advertising deals, influencers, fraudulent transactions, legal protection, high-priced lawyers, organized financial crimes, double life, manipulation, financial empire.